Welcome back. I'm some guy you've never heard of, and this is Europa Universalis 3 A.E.I.O.U. And once again, we're at peace with like 60 infamy. So, once again, we're gonna try to be peaceful until someone pulls us into a war, and then everyone and their brother decides they're also going to jump on that bandwagon. Right, send another colonist to New Hungary. Alright, let's relocate the ships. Since apparently... Yeah, go down to New Graz. Yeah, the next war I really want to do is attacking Hopsid and taking their territory on the James Bay. Because that's rightfully part of New Austria. I know they were there first by quite a bit, but it borders my lake up here. So, I mean, there we go. Revolt in Chalcidiki and Siebenbürgen. Great. Alright. Actually, you go deal with both. Alright, let's get a glorious monument in Podlachia, Eurocaster, and Thessalia. And we'll negotiate with the Polish rebels. Right, we've got our colony in New Linz. Fortune favors the bold. And another revolt in Breda. What is Parliament petitioning about now? I still don't understand how you feel threatened by the centralization policies. You're weaker if we're more decentralized. Local governments, like provincial governors, have more power if we're more decentralized. Not the representatives in Vienna. They have no right. Alright, we can get our next idea. But you know what? We're actually going to go for Quest for the New World. It'll give us another 25% on our colonial range. Let's see what that looks like right now. Between our advisors and our new idea. Nice. All the way out to eastern India. Alright, how's our new fleet, our new little fleet coming? Root out the Calvinists, and a new colonist to New Pressburg. Now we have settler colonization, which is also plus 8.6 colonists. Okay. We lost exploitation colonization. Okay, good, because we're not trying to exploit things, we're just trying to settle. Alright, we've got the colonialism CB against some people now. Cool. Let's send another colonist to New Linz and New Graz. And let's root out the colonists. Alright, another colonist for New Hungary. Welcome the Protestants, root out the Calvinists. Alright, let's get a Fort 3 in Ghent and New Burgundy. Glorious Monument in Courgelette, and Ryazan, and Heremshel. Alright, Bruno von Schoenberg. You're being recalled back to the homeland. Alright, you're going to take control of the glorious exploration fleet. And gloriously explore. First order of business, sail down to New Burgundy. Oh, okay, they took Nunavik from Brandenburg. Got it. Alright, explore this ocean. Alright, send another colonist to New Pressburg. Keep exploring. Alright, send more colonists out. Let's get a Fort 3 in Thiruvathamkur and Tirunelveli. Let's get a glorious monument in Kerkira and Chalsadiki. Oh look, there's a new colony out here. I mean, not a new colony. A new continent down here. Oh no, production is stifled. Oh no, revolts. Go deal with them. Alright, let's send another colonist to New Hungary. A bunch of islands up here. Colony established in New Pressburg. Fortune favors the bold. Welcome the Protestants. Keep rooting out those Calvinists. Negotiate with the Ruthenians. Keep growing our colonies. Alright, let's get a Fort 3 in Theodosia. Courthouse in Lulen. And Breda. Glorious Monument in Argonne. And Blaswa. Right. Fortification issues in Ustmark? No, initiate repairs. Pretty much always. We want to keep things in good repair. Oh, we've got a core on Chelminsky. Cool. Death of a merchant. No, the state needs the money. Alright, send another colonist to New Hungary. And then go put into port at New Burgundy for a bit. Initiate repairs in Thessalia. We're gaining control in Constance. Excellent. Cultural differences. Oh well. Alright, let's get a Fort 3 in Smutarkan, Kerch, and New Vienna. Alright, then let's get a courthouse in Verona and Pereyaslavo. News from the colonies. They're producing lumber in New Linz. Alright, good job. Alright, let's get a courthouse in Karachev. Well, it would have been nice to have known that there were Flanderian nationalists in Ghent in the first place. Which I'm pretty sure it should be spelled with an H. Give the Alpine Army a gem. There we go. Hopsid has a civil war. Good for them. Right, New Hungary's getting close. Alright, exploration fleet, back to explorationing. Let's go south along this new massive landmass. Alright, Veneto University to the administration. Alright, let's get a Fort 3 in Ghent. Glorious Monument in Danzig. And Hothead. And we're gaining control in New Linz already. Nice. Alright, let's send a colonist to New Pressburg. And there's a revolt in Podolia to deal with. And we're gaining control in New Pressburg. We've got more rebels in Lake Banat. Okay, go over there. Alright, we'll negotiate with the Greek revolt. No, you keep sailing along this coast. Alright, let's get Courthouse in Tambov, Bryansk, and Zaporozhye Sich, and a glorious monument in Breda and Chelmsford. Oh no, we lost our monarch. Right, we're gaining control in Turov. Who's our new king? I don't know, but he is an elusive shadow. Alright, no, we're throwing a huge celebration. That's what we do. Leopold. Okay. Administration 9. Diplomacy 3. Well, that's pretty bad. Chimu. Okay. Interesting. Ooh, peasant obstructionism. Nope, force them to innovate. Alright, next colonist should push New Hungary to whole province territory. Alright, let's get a courthouse in Cherson, and Nobelsky, and Crimea. And clergy, no, we're ignoring their demands. You know what we're gonna do for just a bit here? We're going to invest in stability instead. Dang, this Chimu nation here is giant. Or at least long. Let's ask them for military access. Oh, our astronomist is great. Nice. His efforts will be admired throughout the nation. Yay! That's most of our stability back. Thank you, Chima. We appreciate it. Our ships will be visiting soon. Alright, province defense policy, cool. Alright, let's get a courthouse in Zadar. Glorious monument in Pilton. Podolia. Bolzan. Alright, thanks for helping fix up our ships. We really appreciate it. Trespassers in New Orleans. Scouts from a foreign power crossing into our lands. We surely know of our lands there now. Let us hope they come in peace. Yeah, I don't want to go to war with you quite yet, Hapsid. Let's root out the Calvinists. Another revolt to deal with. Go deal with that. Ooh, New Graz is almost done. Nice. Alright, New Hungary is done. Alright, let's get it its fort. Which means now we can go to that piece of land that it wants me to go for. Poisson over here. Oh, we lost population in New Hungary. Very well. Lame. Alright, let's get a glorious monument in Maritza, Volin, Neto, and Cambresi. Root out the Calvinists. Keep exploring over here. Oh, beliefs in decline. Excellent. Rise of Calvinism. Yeah, I'll root them out. More news from the colonies. Oh, we're producing lumber in New Pressburg. Cool. Alright, let's get a courthouse in Niku. A glorious monument in Ducacini, Cervica, and Colm. Right, New Graz is finished now too. Excellent. New Graz, you get your fort as soon as I have a whatchamacallit. Oh, the rise of Calvinism. Root them out. Alright, let me take a look at my colonial map mode right now. Not bad. Alright, let's send someone to Zaragua. And our explorers have made it over to Asia. Right, send another colonist to Khoisan, so now we've completed that quest. And it wants us to protect the ancestral lands. If I recall, it means having a good relationship and a royal marriage with Bavaria. Oh, which is ruled by Habsburg. Excellent. Alright, and we've protected the ancestral land. Make contact with the Powhatan Nation. Alright. Interesting quest. Alright, we found some resources. Cool. Root out the Calvinists. Hey there, Korea. Would it? No, you're saying impossible? You won't let my ship dock? Please, we'd appreciate it. Alright, well, I guess we can survive the trip back to Chim. You know, no, we're not gonna go to Chim. Let's explore a little further south. Oh no, we've got a regency. What happened? When and how did that happen? You're not even gonna tell us that the king died. A very short-lived king. But we now have... Oh my god. A regency for a 1-year-old. That's not good. Alright, go deal with those Polish rebels. We've discovered the East Indian Ocean. Cool. Oh, we're producing lumber in New Graz. Excellent. Oh, we have a core on New Burgundy? A core on New Burgundy. Alrighty. Excellent. That drastically extends our colonial reach over here. Are any of these islands up for grab? Part of this island. That's still too far. These isles are Turkish. Oh no, that's too far. Okay. Oh no, we lost 1,000 people in New Graz. Alright, let's get a Fort 2 in New Hungary and a Fort 4 in Gipeti. And then a courthouse in Flanders and a glorious monument in Leuven. Send another colonist to New Graz. And then fleet, you can go get repairs in Austrian India. Alright, we've just colonized Zaragua. Excellent. Which will be named Franzland, after our recently deceased king. And there is a meteor sighted. Alright, send another colonies to Khoisan. Oh my god, let me know when they come over the border! Right, Flanderian. The word for that is Flemish. Flemish nationalist. Not Flanderian, Flemish. Flemish nationalists have come over and seized Flanders. So I gotta retake Flanders again. Japan discovered. Yeah, we discovered that a while ago. Alright, let's send one to Marian here. And then our new colony in Africa over here is getting a new name. And it's going to be African Slavia. Alright, a revolt in Anjou. Alright, let's get a courthouse in Flanders, a glorious monument in Atta, glorious monument in Muzakaj and Warsaw. Alright, another month and they should be good. Alright, boats. Alright, make one more attempt at discovering these islands in the Chagos archipelago. And then come over this way, come down here, still along the coast of whatever this is. And then come up to New Hungary. Alright, there's a revolt and split. We have new infantry options and new cannon. Oh, we can build war galleons too. Okay. Let's go with Gustavian. Let's get a Fort 2 in New Graz. And a glorious monument in Bibinek. Alright, root out the Calvinist. Alright, new lens is done. And then we've got a revolt in Birka. Oh, thank you very much, Bohemia. Alright, let's send another colonist to Franzland. Oh, we've got a core on Bieki. Cool. Alright, let's get a Fort 1 in New Liens and a Fort 4 in New Burgundy. And finally, let's get... Oh, this is somewhere else. Let's get a toll road in Yaradski. Alright, glorious monuments in Bieki and Nibir. I built a building and I bet. They're still building... How long does it take to build the Fort 4? Oh, a very long time. Got it. They still have 1,639 days on it. And I feel like I told them to build it about that long ago. Oh yeah, the one I just built in New Burgundy. 2,920 days. That is quite some time. Alright, boats, you seem to be doing okay. So why don't you go do some southern exploration? Alright, we've got a new piece of this island. We'll name it after the very short-lived monarch. Leopoldia. Alright, we discovered the Cape of Storms. Alright, a revolt in revolt in New Hungary? No! Alright, fleet. Alright, Serbian army. You're going to Africa. Alright, to the administration. Let's get a Fort 4. Let's get Fort 4s in our new, in our Indian territory. Glorious monuments in Beograd, and Magnesia and Lebelski. Wait, what? You still have your sailing orders. You can't go that way for some reason. Okay then. This solid line here for some reason. This straight line here you can't travel. Got it. Don't understand it, but I've got it. Oh, New Pressburg is a port. That's up there. Okay, that's not going to have much of an effect then. Excellent. Now, if it was New Hungary. Alright, root out to Calvinist. If it moves, tax it. Colony established in Franzland. Fortune favors the bold. Alright, we're gaining control in Podlachia. Excellent. And there's a revolt in Nikelski. Okay, I don't understand what's stopping you from crossing these. I mean, there's no land in the way. It can't be that frozen. Alright, we're gaining control in Oxoroy. Oh, okay, the general. Not my explorer. Good. Alright, let's get a Fort 4 in Theodosia. Glorious Monument in Badar. Zhytomyr. Wroclaw, and Crimea. What's this now? Champagne. What's going on, Champagne? The defensive war against Navarra? I don't want to be in a million wars again. Alright, we'll accept only because it's defensive with one of our allies. We've been warned by Hohenzollern. Okay. Yep, there goes the next war. Lithuania, why are you being stupid? You want to cease existing. It wouldn't take much to make you cease existing. Greek army, go to Minsk. We're at war with Firenze. Which war is Firenze involved in? Oh. What? How is this a defensive war then? What? Oh, hell no, Champagne. What the hell? Cypriot Succession War? You're kidding, right? Alright, well, good thing I just landed an army in New Hungary. Go reclaim African Slavia. First, that brought in all my vassals. And I'm not in charge of the wars, so I don't really want to make peace when it's gonna possibly jeopardize my vassals. Alright, glorious monument in Kiev. And head stitched. Reclaim my land. Go down to Karu. Assault the fort in Karu. Good job. Alright, and the ships made it all the way back to Chimu down there. Ooh, I could establish a colony way down here at the southern end of the world. But such possibilities are something for next time. Thank you for tuning in. This has been Europa Universalis 3, A.E.I.O.U, and I'm some guy you've never heard of.